Welcome everyone to CDO's magazine series of one-on-one interviews with CDOs, data leaders, and key influencers. I'm your host, Robert Lutton, Vice President, Sandhill Consultants. I'm coming to you today from Toronto, Canada, working with the CDO magazine, MIT CDO IQ Symposium, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers. Today, I'd like to reintroduce an old friend of ours, Mario Faria, who is a Vice President from the Gartner Research Board. Welcome, Mario.
Thank you, Robert. It's been a pleasure to talk to you again after 1 year.
It has been an interesting year, that's for sure. And it's a pleasure for us to have you back again. And for our listeners, our last conversation with Mario was in the CDO 4.0. So if you want to go back and link into that. However, today's topic of discussion is all about digital transformation and accelerating the digital transformation. So Mario, if you're okay, I'm just going to drive straight into it. Does that make sense?
Yes, let's go.
All right. So now you've got a lot of experience and we want to kind of delve in and get the experience from you. So we understand that a lot of clients have started on their digital transformation journey. How does one know if they're doing the right things?
Very good question. Because this is the thing that a lot of companies are talking about digital transformation, a lot of frenzy on the media. And from what we have seen, Robert, the majority of the companies out there are not transforming anything. They're just optimizing what they currently have. So when we talk about business transformation, we are talking about a new business model, a new source of revenue from a different solution, or a totally new different market that your company will explore. So let me go back to a few examples about real transformations. So Google, it was an ad company, and then all of a sudden they became a cloud provider. Amazon was a retailer focused on e-commerce. And after a few years, they start to produce movies and TV series. Apple, from manufacturing the iPhone, they became one of the largest music distributors in the world. So when we talk about digital transformation, it's not just add a website for your sales orders, or to use a chat bot for your call center, or just to implement an omni-channel process to handle your clients better. We are talking here about something that will really help you drive revenue at scale or reduce your total expenses that you have. I have one litmus test that I like to use, which is remove the word digital from whatever you're trying to do. And if your initiative makes sense when you just use transformation, great, you're doing the right things.
Okay. You know, that's fantastic. That really gives our listeners an understanding of have you been transformative on that. So thank you. Indeed, that's a really good clarity to get that from you on that. So let me delve into a little bit further. So we know that digital transformation is a priority for almost every country, every company in the world. And as you may have mentioned or certainly highlight, this is being talked about everywhere. We also know that CEOs are also talking about it. However, we've seen a major proliferation of senior roles today in the organization. Can you tell us who is leading the efforts of transformations in these companies?
Yeah, I think we have to go back the world pre-COVID. When COVID hit us, unfortunately, we had to rethink how we operate. So for the last 2 years, Robert, we've seen a lot of cash popping into digital transformation efforts. Even industries that were hit the hardest, their CEOs didn't cut the investment on digital transformations. But the point is, the world nowadays is so complex. We are in a world where the titles do not matter anymore. Responsibilities do. And there is a job there to be done. So what we are seeing that the CEO and the board of directors are appointing someone for that task. Sometimes they hire a chief digital officer. Sometimes they put the task into the chief data officer or the chief analytics officer. Sometimes they say to the CIO, hey, great, you're doing a great job now on a daily basis. Now you're going to be taking the responsibility of transforming. I've seen some companies with the title chief transformation officers. In order to solve that confusion, we here at Gartner created a term that we call digital CXO, small x, which is the leaders who are responsible for the big transformation jobs. real digital advanced leaders, the ones who are responsible to drive that transformation into their companies. Digital CXO.
I love it. DC smaller XO, very, very chic. Mario, thank you for those little tidbits. Very, very interesting.